Thanks for joining us this evening on TKO8 Local News. The body of a 33-year-old Brandon Shane Comstock of Mountain Home, who was reported as missing since Tuesday of last week, was found last night. According to Baxter County Sheriff John Montgomery, a call came into the Baxter County 911 Center from a residence on Terry Place saying the homeowners had found the body inside an inoperable vehicle parked on the property. Police say notification has been given to his family and his body will be sent to the Arkansas State Medical Examiner's office for an autopsy to determine the cause and manner of his death. With a September 1st deadline for its solid waste contract with the city to be terminated, Inland Waste Solutions is set to make a presentation at tonight's Harrison City Council meeting. Inland had a 30-day cure period to fix problems outlined in a formal letter, but because the city had twice before alleged default, Mayor Dan Sherrill said that more than a temporary fix was necessary or the city would pursue termination of the contract. That cure period was up on May 1. At the council meeting that month, aldermen voted unanimously with only Ryan Oswalt absent to terminate the contract with Inland on September 1. Sherrill has said said he wouldn't take any further action, but instead bring the issue before the council, which will make the decision on the contract. You'll be able to see the complete proceedings at TKO8.com. Last month, Diamond City City Council tabled an ordinance that would allow for the condemnation of rundown or hazardous properties within the city limits after a member of the audience produced what he said was a copy of an old ordinance that already addressed the city's condemnation process. Tuesday night at the council's July meeting, the revamped ordinance was presented and passed, paving the way for the city to properly set the sights on any dangerous properties. The ordinance was read at the necessary 3 times, once in full, twice by title only, and passed with an emergency clause, meaning it takes effect immediately upon publication in the local newspaper. Mayor Jane Hudson says the properties to be addressed are ones that have nobody has lived in there, and the structures are falling down. An attempt by a Mountain Home police officer to locate a suspect in a terrorist-threatening case was unsuccessful. However, the officers left the residence with 2 other individuals that are now in custody. Police say when officers arrived at the residence of 25-year-old Linda Jones of Mountain Home, they found her and her 33-year-old Michael Hobbs of Mountain Home with what appeared to be drugs and drug paraphernalia. Officers located marijuana, methamphetamine, syringes, and glass smoking pipes. Hobbs was charged with possession of a controlled substance and with the intent to deliver, and also with unlawful use of a communications device and distribution near a certain facility. As of news time, both remain in the Baxter County Jail. 18-year-old Luke Tidwell of Mountain Home has been charged in connection with stolen medications and vandalism to a recreational vehicle. Mountain Home Police Chief Kerry Manuel says his department received 2 incident reports last week, with Tidwell listed as a suspect in both of those cases. In the first report, a recreational vehicle parked behind a local business was vandalized, causing approximately $5,000 in damages. In the second report, 4 medications were reported stolen from a residence. The victim stated she suspected her grandson had taken them. During the investigation into both reports, officers found Tidwell in possession of the drugs. Tidwell was arrested and released on a $2,500 bond. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at some headline news from around the region. But first, here's this week's closing livestock report from Sammy Klein, brought to you by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte.
This is Sammy Klein, Federal State Livestock Market News Service, reporting sale of North Arkansas livestock auction in Green Forest for Wednesday, July 26th. Cattle receipts 430, last week 629, a year ago 517. Compared to last week, feeder steer steady $2 higher. Feeder heifers $1 to $5 lower. Feeder bulls steady $2 higher. Instances $8 higher. Slaughter cows steady to $1 higher. Slaughter bulls steady to firm. Feeder steers, medium large ones, 300 to 400 pounds, 182 to 209. 400 to 500 pounds, 158 to 186. 5 to 600 pounds, 149 to 159. 6 to 700 pounds, 139 to 152. Feeder heifers, medium large ones, 350 to 400 pounds, 150 to 153. 400 to 500 pounds, 144 to 153. 5 to 600 pounds, 137 to 146. Package 622 pounds at 137. From 7 to 750 pounds, 130 to 132. Replacement cows, medium large ones 2 to 7-year-old, at 950 to 1,200 pound cows, second stage, $12.25 per head, and first stage are open at 68 to 79. Cow calf pairs, medium large ones 2 to 7-year-old, 1,250 pound cows, 200 pound calves at size, a few at $1,200 to $12.25 per pair. Slaughter cows, boners, 66 to 71, high dress 72 to 76. Lean, 64 to 68, high dress 69 to 76.50. Slaughter bulls, grades 1s and 2s, 1,100 pounds, 85 to 94.50. High dress 1 at 97, low dress 80 to 85. That's Mark today. Sammy Klein reporting. Thank you.
The sizzling summer savings never cease at Edwards Grocery. Check out these hot deals. Selected varieties, hot or lean pockets, 3 for $5. USDA ground chuck, only $2.49 per pound in the family pack. Hardwood Best Choice charcoal briquettes, 7.7 pounds, 2 for $5. Selected varieties, bird's eye vegetables, only 99 cents. And get refreshed from the heat with selected varieties of Minute Maid pure squeezed orange juice, 2 for $5.
Edwards Grocery Station Money.
The time is right to enroll at North Ark this fall. For a limited time, you can attend college free if you are pursuing careers in registered nursing, surgical technology, networking, pre-engineering, IT, and more. Our future scholarships are now available to qualified applicants.
Enroll now. Classes start August 14th. For quality, value, and convenience, think North Ark first. We're your college.
The Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison is offering a great reason to wake up on Saturday mornings. Their incredible brunch. Starting at 7 a.m., you can enjoy all of your traditional breakfast favorites or some of these decadent dishes. Eggs Benedict, featuring an English muffin topped with ham, 2 eggs, made any way you like, and topped with fresh-made hollandaise sauce. Plus, you'll also get your choice of hash browns or home fries. Perhaps something even more delectable. Townhouse Cafe's fabulous U.S. farm-raised butterfly trout grilled with a drizzle of hollandaise sauce, 2 eggs any way you like, hash browns or home fries, and either a biscuit or toast on the side. Absolutely delicious. Saturday brunch at the Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison.
A 16-year-old has been charged as an adult for capital murder and the shooting death of an Arkansas police officer. The unnamed teen is being held as of Wednesday at a juvenile detention center in the death of Newport Police Lieutenant Patrick Weatherford. An 18-year-old had previously been accused in the June 12th shooting, but prosecutor Henry Boyce said that man will now just face charges of breaking or entering, theft of property, and furnishing a deadly weapon to a minor. Police say Weatherford was shot while investigating a vehicle break-in. Authorities are offering a few details about their lead to a 16-year-old boy being shot and killed by police outside an eastern Arkansas emergency shelter for juveniles. Aries Clark was shot Tuesday and died a day later after the incident outside the East Arkansas Youth Services in Marion, Arkansas. Officers opened fire shortly after arriving at the facility, but no one has said why the police were actually called or what happened in the moments before the shooting. 2 unnamed Marion police officers have been placed on paid administrative leave while the investigation moves forward. Well, health insurers have proposed rate increases ranging from 8% to 22% starting in 2018 for thousands of Arkansans covered through the marketplace setup under the federal healthcare law. The insurance department released the proposed increases on Wednesday and said it has until August the 16th to approve rates for the coming year. Governor Asa Hutchinson praised the increases as and credited the state's hybrid Medicaid expansion program in keeping the increases lower than normal. The average increase proposed was 7.8% by Arkansas Blue Cross Blue Shield, 9.9% by Ambetter, 21.9% by Quail Choice, and 22% by QCA Health Plan. The Arkansas Department of Human Services is submitting a proposal that would allow Marcellus children living in the state to become eligible for the Medicaid coverage program. The proposal would also eliminate a requirement for other illegal immigrant children to live in the U.S. for 5 years before becoming eligible for Medicaid. Children living in the country illegally, however, would not be eligible. The regulations will be submitted to the federal governors and the state's legislative council, and the department will accept comments on the proposed changes through August the 21st. Authorities say a northeast Arkansas man has died of injuries he suffered in the explosion of a shed that also injured a sheriff's deputy. Craighead County Sheriff's Office says that Jamie List died in the hospital where he was taken following the blast on Tuesday. Sheriff's Deputy Garland Tipton was also hospitalized in an undisclosed condition for injuries he suffered in the explosion, although his injuries were described as not major. Tipton was called to the home for a welfare check and found that Tipton had locked himself in the shed. Then after knocking on the door, the shed exploded. The suspected cause of the explosion has not been determined at this time. Before we take a look at the weather forecast as we move into the weekend, here's the way the stock market ended today. A few scattered showers and thunderstorms, most of them north of the Arkansas-Missouri state line, were sporadic on and off through the early morning hours and about through the midday period, most of it moving off in a northeasterly direction, although parts of Missouri, particularly in the Kansas City, Missouri area, flash flooding has caused lots of issues for that part of the country, and in fact, a lot of people stranded by low water bridges exploding because of more than 3 inches of rainfall in less than an hour and a half in some parts of the Missouri area. Well, we didn't have to deal with that here. We did have some sprinkles, much needed rainfall, not enough, however, but better than nothing, and cooler temperatures, and probably that was the best part of the whole system that moved across north of the natural state. Here's the way it looks as we move on into the weekend. Showers may continue into the early morning hours on Friday, then clearing out by afternoon. Those isolated thunderstorms, only about 30% chance again in the morning hours. 85 degrees for an afternoon high on Friday. Saturday, heading into the weekend, beautiful weather. 84 degrees on Saturday under partly cloudy skies. Sunday, partly cloudy, about 83. And we kick off the work week on Monday with sunny skies, 86. And Tuesday, lots of sunshine and 88 degrees. So, anywhere from 10 to 12 degrees cooler makes a big difference this time of the year. But when the sun comes out, obviously the humidity is going to come up with it. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO8 News continues.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Ah, sweep the wheat. Do you dream of Hercules? He'll be the best dressed boy in town. Well, you sure are something. The best there ever was.
The new Sport Heritage line.
Well, it won't mean nothing unless I try my luck and bring her out to you, Louise.
Only from Yamaha.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There is one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a crucial commitment to their community because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison has a Health Mart now. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, on the square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. Have you been in to see us recently? If not, stop in soon to see all the changes taking place. New items have been added to our grab-and-go food section. Fresh new items are constantly popping up in our produce section, and we've added some new faces to our team. At Nature's Wonders, our mission is to grow to better serve you. So when you're in, we would love to hear your suggestions of products you would like to see us carry or how we can improve. Stay tuned for exciting new coffee selections coming soon. Nature's Wonders, next to Thompson's Ace Hardware on Highway 65.
Brett Bielema has had a busier offseason this year than most compared to his first four at Arkansas. The 47-year-old coach celebrated the birth of his firstborn daughter, Briella, earlier this month. He heads into a critical fifth season in the Southeastern Conference. The Razorbacks went 7-6 last year, which is the first time the school did not improve its record under the former Wisconsin head coach. The Razorbacks open the season Thursday, August 31st against Florida A&M at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. And the Mid-American Conference wants shorter football games. The average game in the conference is 3 hours, 25 minutes, which is a minute longer than the national NCAA average. MAC Commissioner John Stegenbrager says his aim this season is for games to come in at an average of about 5 minutes shorter at 3 minutes and 3 minutes and 20 seconds shorter in some instances. Paul DeLong homered and Randall Goodrick had a career-high 4 hits as the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Colorado Rockies 10-5 on Wednesday night to complete a 3-game sweep. St. Louis has won 4 of 5, while Colorado has lost 4 of 6. Eric Hosmer matched his career high with 5 hits, including his first Major League Grand Slam, and the Kansas City Royals extended their winning streak to a season-high 8 games with a 16-2 road victory over the Detroit Tigers on Wednesday night. Hosmer entered with 116 homers, but had not hit one with the bases loaded until he connected off of Warwick Sapala in the 9th inning, in a 9-run 7th inning, I should say. Jake Arrieta pitched 2 hit ball into the 7th inning, and the Chicago Cubs beat the Chicago White Sox 8-3 on Wednesday night to move into first in the National League Division Central. After a disappointing start in the season, the Cubs are roaring once again. And that takes care of our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local events around